So hello everyone. I am LotusMaje. If you are new here, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. You know my motto, come on in with your tea, grab a seat, and enjoy the vibes. This week we are going a bit international, I guess you could say. I've got a couple of requests in for videos this week, so I'm going to try to get as many of them out as possible. Like the one today, I am going to be doing on, I am so sorry if I butcher these names, Gabriel Guevara and Nicole Wallace. I hope I said that correctly. So this was also a requested video. I don't know them from the initial research that I did. I just know they were recently in a show called, in English it translates to My Fault, but in Spanish I want to say, I'm gonna try to get my Spanish together, Culpa Mia, which is My Fault in English. And they played each other's love interest, and because of their their on-screen chemistry, a lot of people think they are dating in real life. So I got this request from Adorable Queen off of my SZA Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott video. So thank you for the recommendation. Sorry, I don't know anything about these people besides what I just told you at the beginning of this video. I'm just gonna go into it and see what I got. These are some international stars. So again, if there's something I relay that is common knowledge, my apologies. I'm just reading from what I get off the cards, which in doing so is a perfect segue into my disclaimer. As you see here, these are tarot cards. That means that these are intuitive readings, intuitive hits. You do not have to believe anything I say. You know, if in fact, I would rather you don't believe anything that I say, because for my protection, I am not trying to get sued for anything. Everything that is said in these videos are for entertainment purposes only. So yeah, take it with a grain of salt. Do not take tarot as a professional like consult. Consult those people, whether it's health, financial, legal, whatever the case may be. You consult them on your own, because I'll tell you now, I do not hold any of those degrees. So with all of that being said, I think we can get started in this reading. We're going to do Gabriel Guevara. He is a very stunning man, I must say so myself. I could definitely see why Nicole would be attracted to him. He is very sexy, very scrumptious, very easy on the eyes. He's very easy on the eyes for sure. So I would not fault her for falling for him. From what I read, the blog that I read, he is apparently, his relationship status is unknown. People don't know if he's with someone or not. What is Gabriel Guevara's feelings toward his co-star Nicole Wallace? What is Gabriel Guevara's feelings, mind, body, and spirit? Mind, body, and spirit. What is Gabriel Guevara's feelings towards his co-star Nicole Wallace? Mind, body, and spirit. Gabriel Guevara. It's mind, body, and spirit. That is Gabriel Guevara. So I'm putting this with his mind because something just tells me that's not how he feels about her body. Like physically, that's not how he feels about her. I think this is more so his mind. So that's why I moved it, just to explain. How does Gabriel Guevara feel physically towards his co-star Nicole Wallace? So physically, this is how he feels. Sorry, that does not count. And spiritually, how does Gabriel Guevara feel? Let's see what Nicole Wallace. Okay, so mentally, yes, I think there is some kind of like conquer energy here. I think there is a sense of like, um I'm lucky or blessed to kind of be involved or kind of like revolving around this girl's like stratosphere in a sense kind of thing. I think there is some appreciation there, some luck. I don't know if these two came up together in the industry, but it feels like, I don't know, like they probably came up together as like maybe like D-list, C-list celebrities, and they kind of came up together in this film. Like this is what blew them up, and I think it's an appreciation, some love and care there. With the Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Cups is like the most romanticized of them all. So I wonder if he is building it up to be something bigger than what it is on his end. I don't think it's really romantic in a sense because this is coming up in reverse. So I don't really think there's romantic feelings there physically. Like I don't think there's like, if I was to see like a wands here, I would think, yes, there's definitely like some kind of sexual attraction there. But here it just seems like it's like feelings of appreciation, if that makes sense. And so then for spirit, we have here the Four of Knives. And the Four of Knives here means rest. So I don't know if he's just I don't know if he's just gotten out of a relationship. I don't know if there's something where he's hesitant. I don't know if he may realize that he feels something more for her than she feels about him, and that's where the hesitancy kind of comes in. That this is where the should I say something or not? Should we step off in the direction of being in a public relationship kind of thing? There's that. But let's see here. And this also wants to come out. So funny, so speaking of my SZA and Travis Scott video, these were some of the same cards that I pulled on behalf of SZA when I was saying like she feels hesitant to kind of get into it, but there's still that friendship, that appreciation, that kind of like co-worker energy. Like I know this could potentially expand and blow up into something more. Like there could potentially, if we were to get into kind of like a PR relationship or something like that, how much would it benefit me? It's kind of like being tactical in the sense of where do we go from here? Yeah, just in like expanding my empire, especially as an actor. We do it here in America, even like you just go so much further in your acting career as somebody who's like in a couple, especially if you're blowing up and continuing a relationship that people really loved on screen, and they really like to see that attractive energy off screen. So I think this is just like all for play. I don't think it's something really romantic there. And I think it does make him feel a little guilty, maybe. Let's see, body. Why is this Knight of Cups here for Gabrielle? Gabrielle, her body. Why is the Knight of Cups here for Gabrielle? There's his feelings toward Nicole. Okay, and this is what wants to come out. We have the Libra. So Libra, the idealist, we have aspirational, indecisive, judgmental, flattering, obliging, considerate, socially aware. Again, this is all bringing up air energy, air and water together. It's like, okay, especially with this in reverse, it just feels like this is all, again, going into him being in his head about this relationship. Like, where are we going to go, and are we on the same page about it? And then also kind of like, what's going to be the landing for this? If we do engage in this relationship, if we play this up. And I think if the Libra is coming up here, I wonder if he is prone to fantasizing, because here we have the Emperor here as well, and we have the Six of Wands. And you know, the Six of Wands can speak of resting on your laurels, a great victory. It can also mean kind of like a false sense of bravado, or kind of, what's that feeling like where you kind of think you won, but it's not really a full win kind of thing. It's kind of like what the Six of Wands could also translate into as well. So the Emperor, yes, it is a fire sign, but it kind of gives you that it kind of gives you the Swords energy as well, because the Emperor, he not only has to rule the, you know, physically over his people, he has to rule over the people's heart, mind, and soul as well. Like, I have to also have your adoration. I have to make sure you think I am this grandiose figure. I have to make sure that the people do love me, as well as fear me in a greater amount. I want you to fear me more than you probably love me, kind of thing, is what I usually get when I see the Emperor. So I wonder if there is very calculative thoughts with Gabriel in this relationship and how he's handling this relationship. Okay. And see, we have Uranus here as well. Yeah, I feel like he's like, yeah, this could go well, but it also could end horribly as well, because we have Uranus revolution in reverse. And if you don't know anything about astrology and things like that, Uranus is kind of like one of those big ruler planets, kind of like Daddy Saturn. Uranus usually represents a generation of people. It kind of embodies the nation, the generation, during a certain time period, because I think Uranus only leaves, it changes, what do they call it? It changes zodiacal signs maybe every 10 years, I think it is. So Uranus says breakthrough, brainstorming, originality, insight, reform, surprise, freedom, experimentation, unexpected, rupture, edge, diversity, lighting, insight. I think he's really considering like, okay, what's going to be the exit strategy if I was to get into this? I wonder if it is something also on kind of like in his personal life that this relationship could be affecting as well. And that may be why he's hesitant. Does he feel like he's probably selling out in a sense if he was to play into this? But we're going to see. We're going to get more info. Okay, can I get some more clarity on Gabriel? Okay, so second, first, last. Yep, see, here we go with the mice again. If you don't read Lenormand cards, decks, the mice usually, when I see those, I think of those, I think of the mice as kind of like those subtrusive thoughts that we kind of get, the what ifs. It's the nagging feeling, like you left home and you're like, damn, did I leave the stove on? I think of the mice as like that. It's kind of like those intrusive thoughts that you kind of get every now and then, or your subconscious. It's something that's just bubbling underneath the surface that hasn't come to full clarity yet. You haven't grasped at it yet. You're like, it's like when you think of a word and you're like, dang, what is that word? I had it on the tip of my tongue, kind of thing. That's kind of like the feeling the mice give me. And then we also have here the towers. And towers, this could be, the towers in this situation, I think, is representing the public. It's representing maybe the system that he's in. that he's operating in a sense of kind of like Hollywood. Again, like, you know, this is him getting into that business thing. Like, I'm not really attracted to her in that kind of sense, but it is a great business endeavor. Like, this could be something good for my brand. This could be something good for me to do. And I'm wondering if he's thinking about probably how the public perceives him. And I think he kind of wants the public to really like him and love him, but he's not sure if this is the right way to go, especially if probably was being proposed for how the relationship could eventually end later on. Kind of like how that's going to make him look, and is he's going to have to work 10 times harder. Like, I don't know if in Spanish culture and things like that, when you break up with people, or like, I know here in America, I know we sometimes, depending, sometimes the people who was the transgressor in the relationship, sometimes we be like, oh, they're horrible, and then we go turn around and like them. I don't know how cancel culture really works in, you know, Hispanic culture and things like this. I don't know if he's worried about being canceled if something was to come out about this. I don't know how well y'all do y'all internet sleuthing in the, you know, Hispanic culture, but yeah, I'm just wondering if that's the thing here. We also do have the horseman here, or the horse, and you can think of the horseman as like messages, or you can think of it again as kind of like that the Fool energy. It's like, I'm ready to take that leap. I'm ready to go off on that journey, but there's something here that you probably need to consider, because there's something else that's coming in. Let's see if I'm going to get anything else. Why? Anything else? So there's definitely somebody already here that he's probably potentially already involved with, and I think he's worried about how this is going to look to her. As we have the woman here in reverse, and it makes me think of like woman scorned. And this woman in the Lenormand deck, she's like looking out the window, out at the landscape, contemplative. So I wonder if there's already someone in his life that he's kind of involved with already, that he's potentially thinking of getting like more serious with, or he thought things were probably going to go differently. And then we also have here in the Lenormand deck is the bed. And yes, the bed can mean adult activities. It can mean things that you are probably resting on. It can mean kind of your inner turmoil. It can mean things of kind of like potential partners and things like that, potential things you need to consider. And so, yes, with this bleeding into the public, a message about the woman, I wonder if we're going to if you all are going to hear something soon, because you'll probably know before me if you're going to hear something soon about a potential relationship that he's in, or if it's going to be public, or maybe like some ex-girlfriend or something, like some kind of scandal with that, because with the mice. And then again, we have the stork or the bird that also speaks to messages coming in. So we have messages coming in. So there's something potentially is going to be coming out. We also have the fox, and you know, the fox, practically in every culture, yes, they're cunning, but they also can speak to like two-facedness, like duality, like you're pretending to be one thing but you're really not. So I wonder if he's going to have some kind of scandal coming up in the marketplace as well. So options, and then the star with the hope, and then the man is also in reverse. So I wonder if it's going to be something about his past is going to be coming up. And I think that's probably why he's hesitant about this current relationship, or, you know, maybe this is a warning to Gabriel. Like, maybe you need to think twice about this, because something's going to be coming up. And with this PR relationship, or this performance that you're doing with Nicole, could potentially lead to kind of like more damage than you probably considered, or more blowback. So that's what I'm getting on his end. So let's see what we're getting on Nicole's end. Oh, before I do, let's see. Underlying cards here. We have the Virgo. Yes, he's very methodical. That is a word for him. That is clear. Methodical. Nervous. Methodical, nervous. It's something about his past he's like nervous about. And then we also King of Wands and the Emperor, and the King of Wands is coming up in reverse. So I think he has something where he tends to probably be I want to say led astray, or he can lead people astray. Here we go again with the Chariot. It's very hesitant energy here. And then we have Queen of Cups. And the King of Cups? Interesting. Let me know what that is. What's that about? Who's around him that's a water sign or that embodies some very emotional energy? Okay, let's get into Nicole's side of things. Let's see what she was going up on her end. Oop, that was bad. Okay, let's look into Nicole Wallace and how she feels about her co-star, Gabriel Guevara, mind, body, and spirit. Mind, body, and spirit, Gabriel Guevara, Nicole Wallace. I thought something flipped over, yes. So mentally, oh, why hers come up in reverse? You just had the Six of Wands for him. Hers coming up in reverse. How does Nicole Wallace feel about Gabriel Guevara? Physically, how does Nicole Wallace feel? King of Swords. And spiritually, how does... So both of them, let's take note, both of them have the swords and how they feel spiritually about each other. Physically, he had the, what was that? The Prince of Cups. She has the King of Swords. And then they both had the Six of Wands, but in his reading, mentally, it was upright. Hers is in reverse. So I wonder if she feels like she's getting the short end of the stick, so to speak. And it's funny, she has the King of Swords here. To me, it just reads like cock blocking, like, no way. I think it's like, I'm okay with playing into it. Like, I'm an actor. Like, sure, I can do whatever I need to get ahead, but don't expect me to like it. Why is spirits, swords? Why is the Six of Wands in reverse? For how Nicole speaks about. Yep, there's no passion here, guys. And usually Wands speaks to a lot of passion. It speaks to a lot of like, when I see the Wands come up in a love reading, especially when they're in the upright, you're like, especially the Ace of Wands, it's delicious. That and the Four of Wands, it's delicious energy. But these are all coming up in reverse. So mentally, I don't think there's a lot of love there. I don't think there's a lot of attraction, is what I'm getting. Funny enough, what does this say? Performance. This is all performative. Are they potentially in a love affair? That could also speak to something, but I don't think it's that deep. I don't think it's a serious love affair. Like, oh yeah, I stepped out with all intentions of being there. Unless she recently found out maybe that he does have another woman, that he has been involved with another woman, and maybe she's regretting her decision of getting involved with him. But let's see, the physical is going to tell us everything. I don't think that counts. It kind of popped off my hand, but oh, see, yeah, both of them are thinking about doing this for a career. What is this going to do for my reputation? And spiritually, why is this Two of Swords here for Nicole and how she feels about Gabrielle? Why is the Two of Swords here spiritually for Nicole and how she feels about Gabrielle? Gabrielle. Okay. Sun. I will say this. I think both of them get a kick out of people shipping them together. And I think, again, it's helping their careers. I think it's beneficial to them. I don't feel like this is a love reading to me. This feels like this is all for how much and how far can we milk this for both of us to benefit and get ahead. Like, we're not romantically tied like that. This is all for fun. Like, yeah, I could see probably potentially they probably did mess around on set. The chemistry was that thing, was, that strong. If they really felt it, off screen as well. I could see potentially rumors coming out, or, allegedly, if things were to come out and they confirm that they did mess around, I could see that being a potential thing. But I don't think it's like love here. I don't sense like a sense of romance. It was just like tried that, did that. It was fun while it lasted. Moving on. I don't see anything serious coming out of this. And can we get some more clarity on the energies around and in between? Ooh, wait a minute. Let me get some more clarity on the energies around and in between. Nicole, Gabriel. Okay, that was a whole booklet, and I'm not reading that. But let's see what this first one is that came up. I think both of them are caught up in another relationship, and I think they're worried how this on-screen relationship is bleeding in and potentially affecting the relationships that they're already in, or the potential suitors that we have. Because here we go, we have the mice again. Hers come up in the upright. And I think this is where the tough decisions, the balancing acts are coming up at. I think they're both tied to someone else or have potential suitors that they want to go after, but they also don't want to let this opportunity pass them up of potentially riding the coattails of what this potential relationship, this on-screen relationship, could bring them in their career in the long run. Yeah. Yep. Okay. So just to kind of run through this again, so we have the letter here, and you can read this as love letters or things, a form of communication, phone calls. This could be something like internet and things like that when you see the letter in the Lenormand deck. So to me, this is just kind of feels like there's potentially some kind of mixed communication here, or there's something that she wants to convey to somebody potentially that she's already with, but it's not in that sense. And again, this for her could be the public of like what people are writing. Maybe she doesn't like what people are writing about her when it comes to the relationship. Again, we have the mice. Again, that could be the public and how they perceive them. Are they eating this up? Are they eating it up or not? Is it worth it? And it seems like the public is open to it. I don't know. Going back to the letter, I'm also hearing scripts. So I wonder if this is potentially they're going to try to have them do another movie or something together to benefit off of this. I'm hearing something about scripts. I don't know. And then we have here the anchor. The anchor again could be those, it could be those heavy burdens that we're carrying. It could be those things that we're like tied to and not ready to move on from, that we're not ready to let go. Spiritually, I think she's obviously with the Two of Swords here in the Sun. There's something spiritually that is not balancing out for her when it comes to this whole situation. I think spiritually, yes, it is. It's kind of like her walking in her truth kind of thing, but she's also like, but I'm just not physically resonating with this person. Like, yes, this will help me get where I want to be career wise. I think this will satisfy a lot of those inert wants that I have. I think this will help me get a lot further, but you have the bear here. What am I willing to kind of like sacrifice or give up? Because the bear can speak to the 37 in this little on my deck. The Rana George literally is spirit. If I didn't mention that, but then you also have the bear here, and the bear here, think of mama or papa bear energy, very protective, very resourceful, and kind of like going out there and getting what you need to do in order to get things done. So to me, it just kind of feels like, what am I willing to sacrifice in order to get what I want over what I really need? So I think there is that ebb and flow, that combative energy of kind of like, am I really ready to sell my soul and or jump off into another layer just for a chance at being famous or being solidified as like an A-list celebrity? So yeah, I think both of them are going through some dichotomy. They're going through some dichotomy of kind of like, what am I really to sacrifice personally or let go of personally in order to chase after my dream of being a star, of being an actor? So yeah, this is kind of like what the energy is giving for me. I think they're just wondering, I think they're just considering what all the options are and how this is going to look. But I think there is some things in their personal life they're probably afraid of letting go of or sacrificing in a sense. And then, of course, what's going to be the landing of this? So again, I wouldn't be surprised if you do hear more rumors or they play up this whole on-screen relationship. I wouldn't be surprised if they cast them in another movie together either. If the synergy from what I was reading from their performance was really that good, people really was eating it up, I would not be surprised if they cast them again in something together, as opposites or, as romantic interests again. I could see that coming up as well. I could see that happening. As far as them coming out about this PR relationship, I think it's still some, let's work out the kinks. What do we want to do? Should we do it? Should we not? Kind of thing. But I do think Gabriel is going to face some kind of something from his past is going to be coming up, I think, for him. I don't see that for her, but I do see that for him. So yeah, wondering what about this I probably misinterpreted. Definitely want to know what comes out. Hopefully you will keep me posted on what comes out of this adorable queen, because again, I don't know these people, but I'm interested to know what I got right or what I got wrong in this reading. So with that, I'm gonna close this reading out, but please let me know down in the comment section if you have a request for a video you would like to see me do a reading on. Again, thank you, adorable queen, for the suggestion, for the recommendation for this video. And if you like this reading, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, please give it a thumbs down so I know what to kind of like tailor my videos to next time. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can see the next time I upload. And with that, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.